Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're looking at the absolute bleeding edge of automotive engineering. We're talking about the fastest electric cars in the world and tracking the incredible evolution of EVs as we head into 2026. Get ready, because what we're about to cover, it honestly defies physics.
Okay, let's dive into this. For the longest time, electric cars had this very specific reputation. You know exactly the one I mean. They were seen as quiet, practical, maybe even a little bit boring. Strictly sensible commuter vehicles for getting from A to B. But that old view, it's completely dead. The new reality is that we are living in the era of record-breaking supercars powered entirely by electricity. These machines are absolutely shattering everything we thought we knew about raw performance.
Section 1. The Countdown. Top 5 Electric Hypercars.
To kick off this rapid-fire escalating countdown to the absolute pinnacle of speed, we really have to start right here. Over 1,000 horsepower. To truly understand the stakes, you gotta remember that for decades, 1,000 horsepower was the mythical unicorn of the automotive world. It was a completely unreachable figure for anything meant for the open road. Now, it's simply the starting line. It's literally the bare minimum price of admission to even get on this list.
Coming in at number 5 is the Tesla Model S Plaid. This car uses a massive tri-motor all-wheel drive system to deliver that 1,000+ horsepower we just talked about. Under ideal conditions, it'll launch from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 2 seconds. But here's the absolute wildest part about this one. It seats 5 people. You can literally experience G-forces that rival a fighter jet launch on your way to pick up the groceries. It rightfully stands as one of the fastest production sedans ever built.
Let's move up the list. And we aren't just creeping up the horsepower ladder here, we are skipping rungs entirely. 2,000 horsepower. We are literally doubling the power output as we move to our next incredible hypercar.
At number 4, we have the Lotus Evija. This all-electric British hypercar utilizes 4 separate electric motors to generate that astonishing 2,000 horsepower. What's truly fascinating here is how they've maintained their core heritage. Lotus has always been famous for its lightweight performance philosophy. Simplify then add lightness. They achieve that exact same spirit here with a full, ultralight carbon fiber construction and incredibly advanced aerodynamics, which keeps the car totally glued to the track despite its massive, massive power.
1,900 horsepower. Okay, so it's just a hair under the Lotus, but the sheer force behind our third-place contender is rooted in an incredible shared engineering pedigree that actually connects some of the fastest cars on planet Earth.
Sitting very comfortably at number 3 is the stunning Pininfarina Battista. Now, this car has a secret weapon. It actually shares its underlying electric platform with the Rimac Nevera, which gives it a massive technological advantage right out of the gate. But the Battista wraps that brutal 1,900 horsepower capability in pure, bespoke Italian craftsmanship and luxury. It effortlessly sprints from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 2 seconds. It's just a brilliant blend of high-end elegance with sheer, unadulterated speed.
1.7 seconds to 100 kilometers per hour. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is just trying to wrap your head around that time frame. That is literally faster than the duration of a typical human sneeze. Before you can even finish saying the phrase, a runner-up is already breaking the highway speed limit.
That mind-boggling 1.7-second acceleration time belongs to our number 2 contender, the Aspark Owl. Hailing from Japan, this electric hypercar produces right around 2,000 horsepower. But it's not just fast. It features this wildly futuristic, ultra-low design that looks, honestly, like a spaceship built for the road. And unlike a mass-produced Tesla, this is an extremely rare limited production vehicle, which makes it one of the most exclusive and elusive electric hypercars ever brought into existence.
Well, we've reached the top of the mountain, and to take the number 1 spot on this list, you basically have to do the impossible. You have to completely shatter that 2,000 horsepower ceiling.
Crowned the ultimate champion at number 1 is the phenomenal Rimac Nevera R. This Croatian electric hypercar takes everything that made the original Nevera legendary and aggressively dials it up to an absolute 11. Producing well over 2,000 horsepower, it features vastly improved aerodynamics and uncompromising, track-focused engineering. It firmly holds its place as the fastest accelerating production car ever created. It is the absolute benchmark for what electric performance can truly achieve.
Section 2. Expanding the performance roster.
But the story of electric speed isn't just about multi-million-dollar hypercars built in tiny numbers. This extreme, record-breaking speed is rapidly bleeding into the broader automotive market that you and I actually see on the streets.
Just look at this roster of honorable mentions. We've got the Lucid Air Sapphire, the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra, Porsche's legendary Taycan Turbo GT, the beautiful Maserati Gran Turismo Fogor, and the Hyundai Ioniq 5N. High-end, mind-bending electric performance is no longer confined to low-slung hypercars. It now proudly spans luxury sedans, grand tours, and even sporty, accessible crossovers.
Section 3. The Science of Speed. So the crucial point is, how exactly are they doing this?
Why are these electric cars so much faster off the line than the most famous fire-breathing gasoline supercars in history? Well, it all comes down to one core concept: instant torque. By definition, this is the ability of an electric motor to deliver maximum rotational force immediately, with almost zero delay when the accelerator is pressed. Think about a standard gasoline engine for a second. You have to wait for the revs to build, for the turbo to spool, for the gears to shift. But with an EV, there is absolutely no waiting. The power is just instantly, violently there. It is the fundamental secret sauce of electric speed.
When you combine that instant torque with the rest of this EV launch recipe, the results are simply explosive. First, you have that immediate power delivery we just talked about. Second, advanced all-wheel drive systems perfectly distribute that immense power to the wheels with the absolute most grip. Third, you've got sophisticated traction control, making micro adjustments in milliseconds so the tires actually grip the asphalt instead of just spinning into a cloud of smoke. And fourth, powerful battery technology ensures a massive, uninterrupted flow of energy right to those motors. That four-step engineering formula is exactly what lets EVs outlaunch almost anything else on the planet.
Section 4. The Next Generation.
With records already being smashed daily, we really have to ask, what's next? Because manufacturers definitely aren't slowing down to celebrate their victories. They're actively developing lighter batteries to reduce overall vehicle weight. They're engineering more efficient electric motors to maximize every single ounce of power output and creating faster charging technology to keep these beasts on the track even longer. And this brilliantly illustrates how the competition for the title of the world's fastest electric car is only going to get fiercer. Honestly, the hypercars of tomorrow are going to make today's two-second monsters look slow.
Ultimately, it brings us to this definitive concluding thought. Speed is simply no longer limited to gasoline-powered engines. We've witnessed a massive paradigm shift in automotive engineering throughout this explainer. The era of electric performance hasn't just arrived, it has taken over completely.
So, I'll leave you with this question to ponder as we wrap up today's deep dive. With all this incredible technology, raw power, and breathtaking design available right now, which electric hypercar would you choose? Think about it and let that fuel your curiosity for what's coming next. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep your eyes on the road ahead.